Hey folks, Alex here from 9 to 5 to Freedom. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how much money did I actually make in 100 days with my dividend account. So that's going to be the question we're going to tackle. Now, a lot of folks, they post their, let's say, their weekly dividends just like I do. And again, like it's all great. There's nothing wrong with documenting that. But what are we actually making? Now, if you're looking to grow your account, obviously you're tracking your dividends. You see how your portfolio is growing, all that kind of stuff. But there's always fluctuation, and your account goes up and down, and you're not really sure if you're actually making any money. You're not sure if it's sustainable, if this could replace your daily income. Now, what I've been doing on this channel is documenting with my portfolio. I started out January of this year with roughly $12,000. I tested out some ETFs over the course of 3 months, and then in March, end of March, I ended up dumping over $170,000 from the proceeds of the sale of one of my rental properties. After I tested the waters for 3 months, I was able to kind of get a feel what I wanted to put the money into it. Now, what's different with my approach is I don't have drip on. I'm not reinvesting. I'm not trying to grow this account any bigger. The reason for it is I'm trying to pay off some of my personal debt. So basically, I've built a machine that I'm able to withdraw from the top anytime I'm getting a dividend that recovers and throwing that at the debt. Now, my plan long term is once I get rid of all of my personal debts, next I'm going to get rid of my mortgage, and then I can start to grow this account and make a decision if I want to leave my 9 to 5. So you're here for the journey, and so glad that you're here, folks. Let's hop into it. Before I get into any further, folks, I've crossed 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 1,100, making this video on July 11th. Thank you all. Appreciate everybody subscribing, liking, and leaving comments. So thank you for that. This is my account for those of you folks who are new. I invest mostly into YieldMax, Roundhill, and Neos funds. I'm currently holding roughly $162,000 of my own money, and I have roughly $106,000 on margin. Now, if you want to learn more about margin and these funds, please check out my other videos. So let's talk about what I've actually made. Now, like I said, March is really when the money started to roll in. So what I did is I went into, so what you do is you click on activity and orders, and then from that, what you can do is extract an Excel file that will look like this. Now, in this Excel file, you can focus just on all of the transfers. So what I'm looking to do is to calculate all of the money that I've deposited, all of the money I've taken out, and then where I sit today and calculate the difference. And that's really what I did. So the money that I've deposited, as you can see, is right here. I roughly deposited $188,000, which I have right here. Now, what I withdrew was $47,466. So if I'm tallying all this up, this is what I'm getting. Over $47,000 of withdrawals. Now, I do have a trading loss. I was doing some day trading. I was doing great. And then I kind of lost my edge, so I stepped away from it. Again, being very transparent with everybody. Now, if I wanted to account that, okay, like let's say if I didn't do that, then that would be something that I could have withdrawn. So that's the way I'm calculating. So if I tally that up, that's almost $49,000. Now my current balance sits at $162,407. So what we're going to do is what we withdrew plus where we sit today is a total of $211,000. And if we subtract $211,000 minus $188,000, this is what I've actually made in 100 days using these dividends. Okay, so 100 days is roughly 3 months, folks. And in 3 months, let's see if we do this calculation, 23,176 divided by 3, that's roughly $7,700 in 3 months. In one per month. And if we calculate that by 12, that's an expected income of $92,000. Now, that's somebody's salary. That's a very nice salary, too. So that's how you truly can calculate what you've actually made. Now, a lot of folks, You know, they'll invest into these yield max, they'll allow the NAV to erode, and they think they're getting rich. Well, you're not getting rich. This is the true way to calculate ROI. And I'm being transparent with you guys. This is what I've made in 100 days of running this experiment. Now, in this 100-day time period, just to be transparent, I did shuffle some funds around. I sold some things. In some funds, I made a little bit of gain. Other funds, I took a little bit of loss. But that's really kind of like a more active approach to doing these dividends. Now, I think that's a very good start. Obviously, it's lower than what Fidelity is calculating. Okay, if you click on the Fidelity's website, so if you go over here and you click on Dividend View, and you go down, then this is where Fidelity calculates what you're going to make. So you're going to make $205,000 on this account. Now, they're calculating strictly on the dividend yield. They're not accounting any erosion, anything else, any fluctuation that can happen. What I gave you here is the true and raw return on an investment. So I'm very happy with that. I am ecstatic with that, because if you think about it, this money that I had tied up in a rental, in that rental, I've made probably roughly about $300 a month. That's after all the fees, all that kind of stuff. Now, that's not counting appreciation. That would be roughly about $3,600 a year that I would make on a rental. I've made $23,000 in 100 days. So I'm loving it. Okay, so this is very good news for me. I'm going to continue to track this, and if you like this type of content where I'm breaking down my actual ROI, please leave a comment below. So a lot of this, what I withdrew, went towards credit cards, went towards personal debt, which I'm trying to eliminate. So that's what I got. This is the video. We make it nice and sweet and short, and I hope everybody has a great day. Take care, folks.